Yo, what's up? I just came back. Well, last night I watched Project Hail Mary. And it was a Hail Mary because I didn't know what I was getting into. Kind of. Let's talk about it. Talk about it. So, let me just start off by saying if you don't know what you want to watch and you need to watch something, you need to spend a day doing something. You got a day off like I did, and you spend it at the theaters, you want to watch a good ass movie, stop watching this video, leave a like, and go watch Project Hail Mary and try to watch it in IMAX because I made the mistake of learning about this movie like a week too late because now the Mario Galaxy movie, jingling keys, if I had my keys on me, the Mario movie is taking up all the screens at every theater that I looked at. And I only looked at one. I looked at the one I usually go to. So if you have a chance to watch this movie in IMAX, watch it in IMAX. And stop watching this video. Leave a like and go watch the movie now. Go watch the movie now. Because it is a movie that you should watch in theaters. It's filmed for IMAX. And so there's a whole lot of reasons you should watch it. I'm going to go straight into spoiler stuff. I'm going to go into my experience going in the theater and just stuff, general stuff like that. But I will spoil, but just go watch the movie. Go watch the movie. So let me set the scene for y'all real quick. I'm hungry. I'm tired. It's my day off. And I heard about Project Hail Mary like maybe 2 weeks ago. And I was like, okay, I was a little interested. And then I saw people that I knew, YouTubers like Chris Stuckman. He's like, hey, if you like movies, if you're a movie guy, this film was made for you. Go watch it in the theater. And I'm sitting at home watching this YouTube video, trying to get Stuckmanized. Like, I was like, oh, I gotta go watch this movie. And so all the hype, there's a little bit of hype, but I try to keep my expectations low because I was waiting for a good movie to come out so I can go to the theater. Hadn't been there in like a couple months, I don't think. And so I went and saw this. Now, let me set the scene for y'all real quick again. It's spring break. There's kids everywhere. There's teenagers everywhere. The theater is more packed than usual. And so off rip, I'm already kind of annoyed because I'm like, oh my God. And the line for so I got the AMC A list. But sometimes the lines, they don't give a shit. You're like, they'll pull from either side. It don't matter. I don't know how it works. I just don't know. Whatever. And so I'm a little annoyed. And then as soon as like the credits, well, not the previews start, right? A whole line of teenagers took up a whole row and they were loud as fuck. In the beginning, they were loud as hell, right? And so they're all talking to each other. The previews are playing. I can still hear them. Even if, I got the small screen because, Mario movie. I got the small screen and then the speakers are only so loud, right? But even still, these fools were loud as hell. But I'm going to tell you something. The movie, you know how you watch a good ass movie and then you just lock in? It's so engaging. That's what this movie does. As soon as it begins, because you are locked in and it's not boring. Everything is like out of order, so you're trying to piece together. So that's one thing. And then it's also funny. It's also sad. I'll get to that part. But yeah, it just keeps you engaged. And like it's just one of those things where you're not bored. Throughout the whole movie, you're not bored. Even though it's like a slow movie, now that I think about it, it is a slow movie. You're just like you're waiting to see what happens. That's the sign of a good movie. If you're still here, go watch it. If I had to compare this movie to anything else from the top of my head, I think of the movie Arrival. Just imagine Arrival with Marvel humor. Now, hold on a second. I know that sounds kind of crazy because Marvel humor is kind of outdated. I don't even want to say that because it works for like Spider-Man. But this is like a grown up, grounded version of Spider-Man, aka Ryan Gosling. Now, I don't know too many movies with Ryan Gosling. I might be having a brain fart, but he killed this role. And usually, people have seen the quirky, like, I guess, scientist or teacher, male dude who's always making jokes. Oh, knock, knock. I don't know that one. My kids, I love my kids. I can't go to space. He plays the role so well. You kind of don't think about like the archetype or whatever you call it. It's very engaging. He's very funny. And he's just like, he keeps you like, not on your toes, but he keeps you engaged. That's one thing. So yeah, I'm sitting there, and then the kids were all loud, and then as soon as the movie starts, they're quiet, and they're watching, they're locked in, they're laughing with the movie, they're crying with the movie, a lot of crying, a lot of people cried in this theater that I was in, a lot of people cried, and I was one of them. I was one of them, man. Oh my goodness. There's one scene. I'll skip around. There's no structure to this video. This scene that I'm talking about is where it begins like the roller coaster, because the whole movie Ryan Gosling's, he's quirky, he's doing the Spider-Man, hey, cracking jokes and shit. And then the second he finds out, because it's a one-way trip, the second that he finds out he has enough astrophage from Rocky to get back home, because he's in the dark, he's like, kind of realizes, he's like, yeah, I've made peace with it. And he's like, The Rock's like, I could send you home, like I can give you the fuel. And then when he walks out of the darkness into the light and he starts crying, I was like, oh, that's some good shit right there, man. That's some good shit. That shit, oh, whoo. I feel the tingles right now. I want to rewatch that movie just for that part. Just for that. It's worth the price of admission. Even though I got the AMC A-list. But yo, ever since that part, you're so in it, bro. You're so in it. And I heard everybody sniffling. And I try to hold it in, but a single tear. And I was like, ugh, yes. There's a JJK, Jujutsu Kaisen episode that came out recently for season 3, the last episode. And I heard a lot of people saying, this is a little off topic, this is the reason you watch anime. This is the reason why you love it. And for a scene like that in Project Hail Mary, that's a reason you watch a movie in the theater. So you can experience it with other people. And that shit hit like a motherfucker. That shit like a motherfucker. And I do like audience reactions. As much as I was annoyed in the beginning because these kids were talking in the beginning, once they were engaged and they were laughing and they were crying, I was like, oh my God, they made it better. These people made it better. That's why I love it, bro. But yeah, after that part where he's crying and he finds out he gets to go home, it's just like a roller coaster. Because it's like this movie is like an abusive part. I'm not going to say that. It's very abusive to your mental health. Because you're happy one moment because you find out he gets to go home, it's touching. He feels the hope. And then, Rocky, he sacrifices his life and supposedly he dies. And then you're like, oh my gosh, the Rock died. I mean, he could never take it home with him, but the Rock died. And then later on in the movie, he comes back to life and he's like nothing. He's a little, like, he's doing the thumbs up or whatever. And then you're like, oh my gosh, he made it. And then it gets sad again because they have to leave each other and they have to go their separate ways. They figured out how to save their planet. And it's like, oh my gosh. But then he goes, no, something about the gas, the astrophage, he's going to run out of fuel. So I got to go back. And then you're like, oh my gosh, we get to see him one more time. And then it was just like, ever since then, it was like a roller coaster. And there was a part where, they went their separate ways. I thought the movie was going to end there. And I was like, oh, damn, this is a good ass movie. Like, all we got to see is the reaction of people at Earth. And then we're good. And then I get to see for putting him in a coma and then sending him to space without his consent. Or something like that. I thought he was going to go nuts. I thought he was going to show up with all that astrophage, be like, y'all better give me $1 million or something, because I did this for y'all against my will. So I was getting all my trash ready. I got my drink. And I was like, all right, I'm ready to go home. And he's like, no, I got to go back to save the Rock. And I was like, oh, okay. All right, I'm for it. That part was like, it kind of did take away from the ending. I did hear a criticism where this movie was like 20 minutes too long, and I kind of get it. But I thought it was okay. I thought I was still in it. It was just a roller coaster towards the end. And then by the end, when he's teaching a class of rocks, it's like, whatever, dude. And I know that it is like, not every movie has to have a happy ending. But I think this one kind of earned that happy ending because of all the shit that he went through. And I feel like if The Rock died and they never brought it back, that would have left a bad taste in my mouth. I'm not going to lie. Even if it does take away from the impact towards the end where everyone's just doing fine. We're on the beach and we're just chilling, and I might stay here forever. Who knows? But yeah, I love this movie. If you love movies, go watch it. If you're still, I just spoiled half the movie. But yeah, this is great, and I don't know what to say. I'm out of words. I'm at a loss for words, mostly because I didn't write anything down. So yeah, remember to like, comment, subscribe, all that stuff, and I'll see you next time. Peace.